Hey friend, how are you? It's Tim Shurr here, President of Shurr Success and author of the book Get Out of Your Way. And so I want to share with you a simple little formula that will anchor you to success. And what I mean by that is, what if you could feel any way you wanted to feel instantly? I mean, within seconds. Think about it. The biggest struggle that we often have is feeling the way that we want to feel. Sometimes people have a hard time feeling safe or secure inside. Other people have a hard time feeling motivated. Sometimes we don't feel very confident. Sometimes it feels like, we don't feel very powerful, or we get caught up in the other fears or the other emotions like fear and stress and anger and frustration. So what if there was a way to shift? What if you could go from anger or frustration to confidence? What if you could go from fear and stress to calm and resourceful? And what if you could do it without using positive thinking? So that's what I want to do today. I want to share a simple little formula. It comes from neurolinguistics, and it's just called anchoring. And anchoring is something that we do all the time. We might not think about it, but anchoring is something that is a very natural phenomenon. So think of like visual anchors. Might be you see a certain look that somebody gives you, and it causes you to feel a certain way. So maybe you get frustrated, or maybe you get excited, right? It depends on the look. Or auditory anchors. Maybe you're driving down the road and you hear a song and it takes you back to high school. Suddenly you're having memories of different things that you had happen in the past because you had this auditory anchor. An olfactory anchor, a smell anchor might be in the Midwest where I'm from. If you smell a pine candle, it makes you think of Christmas, right? That smell of pine, and suddenly you feel like Christmas time. So if a lot of times anchors will be something that you do with your body, a kinesthetic anchor. Like when people go, Om, or they do one of these and then they feel spiritual and more closer to God. So we have all kinds of anchors. Another word for anchor is button. People say, oh, you push my buttons. What does that mean? Well, what that means is then when you see something or hear something or feel something in a certain way, in a certain combination, it creates an emotional state inside of you. So what we want to do is figure out what emotional states you want to feel more, and then how do we anchor them to something that you see or something that you hear or something that you feel. So I'm going to show you a simple little technique. We could go on and on. When I do my neurolinguistic programming classes, I teach all kinds of ways to set anchors and to get rid of anchors, to get rid of buttons as well. So I want to just give you a simple formula. Basically, the way that you create a new anchor, a new button for yourself, is to think about what it is that you want to feel, and then what are you going to do to create that feeling. Okay, so let's just say I want to feel calm. So every time I want to feel calm, I'm going to do a specific, unique thing to connect my brain to it, to that feeling of calm. So, for example, what I would do is think about the last time I felt calm. And I would start to get into that state of mind. I would think about a picture of maybe being on vacation. And I'm sitting there looking over the ocean. And the sun is setting and it's warm. And I feel this breeze. And I just imagine really zooming in on that. And really hearing the waves of the ocean. And feeling so relaxed from the warm sunshine washing over me. And I start to feel that feeling of calm. And then maybe I reach over and I tug on my earlobe. And when I tug on my earlobe and I'm feeling calm, it starts to make a connection. It starts to create a neuroassociation in your brain. So I think about the calm situation. I start to feel calm. And as soon as I start to feel it, I tug on my earlobe. And then suddenly I feel calm and peaceful. Now the trick is that you've got to get into the feeling. You've got to actually feel the feeling. And then you've got to do a unique thing. You've got to do one thing. So if I pulled on my earlobe this time and then on my earlobe this time, it would not work. You got to do the same exact action every single time. And when you do that, then it starts to create this connection. Every time you strengthen it and reinforce it, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So I used to get real nervous before I would go and do a big talk in front of a crowd. And so I would start to feel nervous about it, and I thought, what could I do to feel better? So I realized that that same adrenaline that I was labeling as fear is also excitement. So I started telling myself that's just the juice that's getting me fired up so that I can deliver and perform. Because I don't want to walk out on stage and be a dud. I want to walk out and light it up, right? And so I started telling myself things that would get me more excited, more motivated. And I got into the habit of finding a mirror. So I'd go into the bathroom, or I'd be in my car. I've done this many times before going on TV. I'll be sitting in the station parking lot, and I'll look in the rearview mirror, and I'm going to do that. It's a little embarrassing, but I'm going to share my technique with you. All right, this doesn't mean you have to do it, but this is what works for me. I look in the mirror and I say, "Who's the man? You the man. Who's the man? You the man. Who's the man? You the man, baby." And I get all fired up. Woo! Okay, I can feel it now. I can feel that energy. Now, it's just a silly little thing. It doesn't matter what you say. You could just be like, "Yes," or you could be doing all kinds of fun things to create anchors. You don't even have to say anything. You could just say it in your mind. Or you could create a picture. Maybe if you want to feel excited, you create a picture of someone that you care about, and then it makes you think to yourself, "You know what? I'm doing it for them." And pretty soon just thinking of that picture of their face makes you feel more confident and determined. It doesn't matter what you do. You just figure out what feeling you want to have, and then what's the unique thing you're going to do. And it has to kind of be unique. It has to be a little bit different, because otherwise what will happen is it gets kind of erased, right? So the thing where I don't usually walk around going, "Who the man, you the man." That's kind of a unique thing for me, okay? And notice I'm getting my body into it. I'm visually looking at myself. I'm saying something to myself, and I'm not just going, "Who's the man? Who's the man?" I'm bringing energy to it. "Who's the man? You the man," right? And I start to build that momentum. So again, it doesn't matter what you say, and it doesn't matter how you do it. It just matters that you do something in a very specific, unique way, and you do it over and over and over, because then it will stick, right? When you first do it, it's like a small little strand. But as you keep repeating it over and over and over, then it becomes stronger and stronger until it's like a chain, right? It's so strong that it works every time. So I've been doing that little "Who's the man, you the man" anchor to feel more confident and motivated for like the last 10 years. So every time I demonstrate it, I go into that state as well. So you can feel calm. I've done this to help people feel full and satisfied so they didn't overeat. I've used it for being resourceful and confident. I've used it to help people improve their test scores and overcome their fear of driving. And I mean, every possible way you can create anchors, I've used them so that you are accessing the right feelings when you need them most. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them down in the comment box. When you create your anchor, tell me what you did. Okay, write down just a little bit. This was my anchor, or this is what I did, or this is the feeling that I wanted to anchor. Because I'm real interested in knowing what kind of anchors you are creating and what feelings that you're looking to feel the most. So I hope this helps, and so practice it, and let's make your anchoring, okay, a sure success. You know why? Because you the man, or you the woman. Woo! All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.